Once upon a time, there was a cute girl named Alice. One sunny day, Alice went on a picnic to the hill behind the village with her sister, and sat on the grass quietly reading a book. At that time, a white rabbit suddenly appeared holding a pocket watch and said, "Wow! It's too late," he shouted. And the white rabbit passed in front of Alice and entered the hole in the tall tree. Alice became curious about this strange thing happened and followed the white rabbit into a hole in the tree. The cave was very deep and long. As Alice fell into the cave, she felt as if she was moving slowly downwards or floating in the air. While falling, Alice saw many objects flying around her, including furniture, a kettle, and a bookshelves. When Alice reached the bottom, she found a small door. Alice could see a beautiful garden stretching beyond the door. But Alice was too big to fit through the door. Then Alice saw a cake lying on the table. The cake had the words, "Do not eat," written on it. But Alice ate the cake and became shorter. And Alice, who had become shorter, came out through the small door. Alice arrived at a place where many animals were gathered. Alice became friendly with the animals and played with them, but then she saw the white rabbit again and chased it. Alice missed the rabbit and saw a caterpillar smoking in the forest. The caterpillar gave Alice mushrooms, one of which made her shorter and the other made her taller. Alice put 2 mushrooms in her left and right pockets, respectively. Alice walked down the street and entered the Duchess house. There was a chef at the Duchess house who threw things wildly. The baby couldn't stop crying because the chef sprinkled pepper all over each dish. The Duchess left the baby in Alice's care and went off to attend the Queen's croquet match. When Alice took the baby outside, the baby had already turned into a piglet. While Alice was caring for a baby who had turned into a piglet, she was invited to a place where the March Hare, the Mad Hatter, and the Dormouse were having an endless tea party. Alice played riddles with them. There Alice saw a caterpillar smoking a cigarette, and a Cheshire Cat suddenly appearing and disappearing in the air. Alice then arrived at the Queen of Hearts croquet ground. The Queen of Hearts was playing croquet with flamingos with the trump card soldiers at the croquet court. And if she didn't like something, she ordered them to off with his head. Everyone was avoiding the Queen of Hearts. Alice rode her griffin to the seaside at the Queen of Hearts' command, where she met a mock turtle. And there Alice learned to dance with the mock turtle and the lobster. Back at the palace, Alice saw that Heartjack was about to be found guilty in the pie thief trial and attended as a witness. At this time, Alice ate a growing mushroom and grew to an enormous size, and claimed that Heartjack was framed. The King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts were very angry and ordered their trump card soldiers to attack Alice. While she was being attacked by card soldiers, Alice suddenly woke up on the grass. The story of Alice's Wonderland was all a dream. Alice went back to her house, telling the story of her dream to her sister. From a hole in a tree in the distance, the white rabbit watched Alice and her sister go home.